What's going on? You're watching FBA TV. Here's why I don't do retail arbitrage on Amazon, okay? So I recently did a TikTok which got thousands of views talking about this same subject, so I thought I'd go into more detail on here as well. So I don't do retail arbitrage on Amazon, okay? And here's why I don't do it. So everything that I think about doing now in business, I think about the output I can get in, the output that I can get for the input that I put in. And obviously I want to get the most output for the least amount of input. Okay, let me know if you understand what I'm talking about below. I want to get the most output for the least amount of input. And the problem with retail arbitrage, in my opinion, is that there's nothing wrong with doing it if you want to make money. But if you want to scale a real business, exit a real business, actually build the systems and processes to be able to do a business from anywhere, or to have the freedom, then retail arbitrage isn't the right business model. And the reason for that is that the amount of input that you have to put in order to get a big output is a lot of physical work. Like you need to be physically going to these shops and picking these products up. You need to be physically prepping these products yourself and sending them in. You need to be physically doing the research on these products in your car or on the apps in the shop and then selling them. And the difference is, from that, as opposed to online arbitrage or wholesale or private label, where you can do the work online, systemize it, do the work up front, the hard work up front, systemize it, create systems of operation so that it's eventually running itself. Or even in terms of private label, you put in the work, create the systems, create the procedures, get a VA, get your product launched, and then you might not have to do any work to improve that product for 2 years, and you're making money. Whereas with retail that's a big output for least amount of input, you know. But with retail arbitrage, you've got to constantly be feeding that machine, constantly feeding the Amazon beast, is what we call it. So you've got to be going to shops all the time. And if you stop going to shops, you stop earning money. So for me, retail arbitrage, it's not an ego thing. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do it if that's what you're interested in, if you want to just make a bit of money. But in terms of building an actual business, that's why I don't do it. Because the input that I've got to put in, the time, the energy, the physical restraints, the freedom restraints, and the non-scalability. That's the problem. Now, can you scale it? Of course you can scale it with a lot of hard work yourself. Or you could get a team, couple of teams to drive around doing it for you. Of course you could. But most people don't. And it's not going to be the easiest thing to scale up like that anyway. And it just doesn't feel real, you know? So that's why I don't do...
Quick interruption to introduce my new sponsor. So I'm now sponsored by BuyBot Pro. BuyBot Pro is an Amazon FBA product research tool and calculator. Not only can you work out your fees, how much profit you're going to be making from your products, but there's multiple products within the service of this software, including a built-in keeper type graph. Therefore, if you have this, you don't need Keeper. Loads of other features on this tool. If you want a 14-day free trial for BuyBot Pro, which I've been using for years now, check out the link below, get that 14-day free trial. And let's carry on with the video.
Retail arbitrage. Now, once again, nothing wrong with it. If that's what you want to do it. But that's why I don't do it. And I personally wouldn't recommend it as a long-term strategy unless it's something you really, really enjoy. Because it's limited. It is limited. But the reason it's because it's limited and because all the big players aren't doing it, that's why there's opportunity for newbies as well. So if you do want to do it, you go around your local area, there might not be anyone else in your town doing retail arbitrage. So you could go in there and you could clean up. But it's limited. It's capped. It's capped to the amount that you can go out, to the amount that you can shop, and to the amount of products that you can buy, prep, and send in. There's a reason. With every opportunity, there's a reason. There's a reason there's opportunity there.